For those of you that don't know, about 2 weeks ago, I made a community post saying that I was gonna make a song tier list. I had already recorded at that point and had like 5 hours of footage. And I was really looking forward to it because I thought shooting went really well, and when I was editing, it felt good, but my computer just decided that the file's too big and it doesn't want to run it. You know, just for you guys, I'll show you. I have my laptop open right now. I press play and I just get the rainbow circle. So maybe because it's Pride Month or something. I'm super bummed about that, and I'm really sorry if you were looking forward to that video. But as you can see, there's nothing I can do. So instead, we're just gonna be making a little album tier list, you know, give my final thoughts on all these albums, and just close off this series on a somewhat positive note. You know, I faced a lot of issues, whether it's having to rush videos that I wanted to take my time on, or having to scrap videos that I was so anticipating and had 5 hours of footage for. So we're just gonna decompress, talk about some Taylor Swift, you know, maybe, you know, argue in the comments a little bit, that's cool too. But get some coffee, put your feet up, let's relax, and let's just enjoy this time together, alright? I guess I should go over the tiers. So we have It's a Banger, obviously, if you're a banger-ass album. If you're a fucking smacker, then you go in there. It's a pretty solid album. That's like the ones that I respect. I might listen to occasionally, but they're not my favorite. Then we have Bruh. Which... it's pretty self-explanatory, and then LOL, which is also pretty self-explanatory. I decided not to have a middle tier. I want to be able to make a decision. You know, sometimes settling at middle is kind of a cop-out. So even if I'm kind of indifferent on an album, I'm gonna try and decide whether I like it or don't like it. And yeah, all these albums are super fresh in my mind because I literally spent 5 hours just listening to all the songs I don't remember and making a tier list out of each of the songs on all these albums, so my opinions on them are gonna be pretty fresh. Starting off with Taylor Swift debut, 2006 I believe. Feels like a Bruh. I'm gonna put it in LOL, because a lot of the songs are very repetitive. And I'm also not a big country music guy. I like to say that I enjoy country music in smaller doses. You know, maybe like a one-off song like Already Over on Emails I Can't Send, you know, shit like that. But this is a little too country for me. You know, she has some lines in this or in Fearless where she talks about like farms and tractors and farming and like cows. I don't fucking know. And yeah, her vocals are pretty rough. She's definitely gotten a lot better since then. Songwriting is still impressive though. So if I were to give this a number rating, I'd probably give it like a 4. And my favorite song on Taylor Swift 2006 is probably Should Have Said No. It's probably the only one I would actively choose to listen to. Alright, moving on to Fearless. I guess we'll just skip over the regular one and go straight to Taylor's version. An album that I used to really like. And I still think it's pretty solid, but it just doesn't feel like album of the, like, did this shit actually win album of the year? You know, it just doesn't feel like one of those albums. It's the one that blew her up, I guess. You know, there's some bangers. Obviously, Love Story, You Belong With Me Forever and Always, those slap. They fucking slap. But, it's going in Bruh. It's going in Bruh. I'm sorry. You know, I enjoyed it at first, maybe out of nostalgia, but especially this version that has 26 fucking songs. I understand why people would like it. I actually understand why people would, you know, prefer it over her other stuff. It does feel very fun, and it's still got that country vibe to it, which is good. But again, super impressive. Like, I listened to You Belong With Me the other day. Like, the lyricism there is really good for someone that's like, what, 18 or something? Oh, fine, I'll move it to, it's a pretty solid album. It's a pretty solid album. It's just repetitive, but you know, she makes up for it. She sounds really good. Obviously re-recorded. And my favorite song on Fearless is probably Forever and Always or Love Story, one of the two. Alright, Speak Now, 2010. This one's a little tough for me. I kind of have mixed feelings on it because in my video I gave it like I think a 7 or something. But as I've gone back to it more, there are definitely a lot of songs that I enjoy. It depends on what you're looking for, right? Because I think cohesively it's a little stale. And it's very repetitive. But song for song, like if we just assess it based on like how many good songs it has as opposed to bad songs, I would probably put it over Fearless. Yeah. Because I feel like something about Speak Now, the better songs sound more grand. You know, I feel like the good songs on Fearless are like cute ones. Speak Now, like fucking Enchanted, bro. Oh my god. Should we play it for a motherfucker? Let's just play it, bro. Here I was again tonight, forcing laughter, faking smiles. Let's get to the fucking bridge, bro. Boom. Was the very first page, not where the storyline ends. What a banger, bro. That is one of her best songs ever created. It is my favorite on Speak Now. And if that song weren't on Speak Now, I'd probably drop it like a whole... it'd just be in LOL. No, I'm kidding. Speak Now is a good album. It's solid. I definitely get why a lot of people like it because I feel like it's the most... not girly, but like... most fun, you know? But there are still like deeper cuts in songs like If This Were a Movie and Dear John. And yes, I did say If This Were a Movie because I'm pretty sure that's the proper grammar. Oh fuck, bro. When you look up Enchanted on Spotify, Taylor Swift, Owl City. Damn. Good for him, man. You know, Fireflies, it's a bop. Moving on to Red, Taylor's version. You guys know how I feel about this album. It fucking slaps. I kind of asked myself recently if I'd put this album on a bit of a pedestal because I just liked it so much on my first listen. I might have. But I don't really care, you know. Red is like a perfect middle ground of just everything. Whether it's the transition between childhood and adulthood, or the transition between fun music and deeper music. The transition from country to pop, you know. It's just like a perfect balance of everything. And my favorite song on Red is obviously fucking All Too Well, 10 Minute. All 10 Well, whatever you want to call it. Fucking Jake Gyllenhaal. I just think it's her most ambitious song that she's ever tried to make. So every single lyric in that song, whether it's like a metaphor or like a juxtaposition or a double meaning, you know, shit like that, it just feels so like a painting, like a perfect painting. And I'm not really even gassing it up, you know. I love that song. 1989. I'm pretty sure I gave this album like a 7.75, but I kind of feel like it's a banger because other than like that one song that I'm not going to say the name of because it doesn't deserve the time of day, a lot of them fucking hit. Welcome to New York, banger, 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 banger. The first 5, all fucking bangers, all fucking S tiers. And then and then that's a good song. That's a good song, banger. That's a banger. It's a good song. It's a good song, banger. And that's basically the entire track list, basically, kind of. I think if you take away lyricalism, lyricismality, 1989 in regards to just music or like quality of production and melodies, far and away the best. But yeah, we'll just put it here for now. And my favorite song is All You Had to Do Was Stay. Should we play it? Should we fucking play it? Get that mic, you got it? Off the road, stay! All you had to do was stay, have me in the palm of your hand. Peak pop music, man, peak. Moving on to the opposite of peak pop music. I get the hype. It's definitely the most interesting era, but the songs on the album are corny, dude. I don't care what anyone says, they're corny. And the production is just so outdated, so 2016s, 2017s, bro. But I'll give credit where it's due. You know, there are some nice songs. Probably my favorite is Getaway Car. Delicate is a really good song, too. I'm gonna put it in bruh. Because it's not like laughably bad. Like I get what she was trying to do, but it's just kind of like bruh, you know, like bruh. Listening to Ready For It, like imagine the last Taylor Swift album that you got was 1989, pretty girly shit, and then you listen to the beginning of Ready For It with the it's a really big change. So I feel like I get it, but just because an era is cool, just because an aesthetic of an album is cool, doesn't automatically turn shit songs into gold. That's right, I said it. The songs are ass. I said it. Lover. There's some stinkers for sure, especially later on. Oh God. But it also has one of my favorite songs. And I think when the fun, optimistic vibe of Lover is done well, it's done really well. Part of me is like, I kind of like it more than Speak Now. I definitely like it more than Fearless, which is definitely a hot take because that is like one of her most popular albums. But, you know, just for shits, I'm going to put it above Speak Now. Just for funsies, you know? Death by a Thousand Cuts is better than anything on Speak Now. Don't at me. All right, 3 albums left, baby. I honestly love Folklore. I think it's a great album. The only reason I'm reluctant to put it in It's a Banger is because it doesn't really bang. But I'm just going to do it anyways. We'll put it there. If there were some way to objectively, I guess, grade or scale Taylor Swift's music, I say if there were some way because, you know, it's impossible. Music is completely subjective at the end of the day. But Folklore feels the most masterfully created. Some of the production is really good, but it is a little bit repetitive, I will say. But I think the lyrics are probably her best work. And conceptually, it's just really interesting and different and cool. So I'm just gonna put it there. Evermore is kind of the same thing as Folklore. It's just more of the same. The Evermore songs are like, the good ones are better than Folklore, but then the worst ones are like a lot worse than Folklore. So because of that discrepancy, I really don't like Cowboy Like Me. I'm gonna put it... put it here. Yeah. Oh yeah, and my favorite song on Folklore is either Mirror Ball or August or Betty. I think I like Betty. Yeah, that one's really catchy. And Evermore is definitely Gold Rush. That shit is fire. Midnights is not her best work in my opinion, but it feels like a good final chapter. Like if this were her last album, I'd feel pretty good about it. You know what I mean? So because of that, it can go above. I don't want to put it in It's a Bang. I'm gonna put it It's a pretty solid album. Oh, also it gets minus points for You're Losing Me not being on Spotify. Like, Taylor, bro, what the fuck are you doing, man? You're killing us here. And my favorite song on Midnights is probably be You're On Your Own, Kid. I just feel like it's just cute, you know? And this is our final ranking. Yeah, I feel good about this one. It's definitely changed a lot since my first Taylor Swift video I ever made. And if I had to do top 5 songs, Well, All Too Well 10 Minute is definitely first. I'll go Enchanted. Let me think. All You Had to Do Was Stay. Death by a Thousand Cuts is definitely in there. Then for the fifth one, we'll go Love Story. Yeah, we'll go Love Story. Basic picks, some of them, but what do you want from me? They're good fucking songs. And I guess that wraps up this short little video. Sorry if you guys are disappointed. I'm definitely gonna try and make a Taylor Swift song tier list again. Hopefully sometime later this summer or soon. And I'm sad to say that this video closes off the Taylor Swift series on this channel. For about 2 weeks, and then Speak Now TV comes out, and I'm doing a video on that, so be on the lookout for that one. I'm really looking forward to the future of my channel. You know, I have a lot of videos planned, and I just think that the biggest problem that I faced with the whole Eras Saga thing was it's hard to stay motivated to make the best possible videos you can when you have your entire schedule plotted out so much. It just became the process of, okay, which album am I doing next? Gonna do it. Which album next? Gonna do it. And I just was losing inspiration, you know? So I don't know if you guys can tell, but the last few videos were a little bit rushed, or, you know, it just became kind of messy because I was like confining myself to such a strict schedule. As proud as I am of what the Eras Saga is as a whole, and I still think those individual videos are decent, and I'm proud of them, I know I'm capable of a lot better. So I hope you guys are looking forward to seeing that. Subscribe if you're new. Road to 10K. We're like 30-ish away, give or take. Also, let me know what your favorite, or I guess we'll do top 5 Taylor Swift songs are in the comments. It's probably going to be hard to do, but just think of like your 5 favorites. You don't have to have an order. And I'll see you guys next week.
Little town street. You almost ran the bag cause you were looking at me.